Could this be literally the dupe of the Morphe palettes? Hello, welcome to another amazing episode of Makeup and Shenanigans. And if you're new on this side of YouTube, my name is Calvin Trevor, and on this channel we get to do makeup and good vibes and inshallah. And I'm really hopeful that you're going to have fun while watching this amazing episode, and consider subscribing if that is kind of your vibe on this channel. Okay, now today we're going to be doing something really amazing and really something that I've not done on this channel, and that is reviewing a product. Yes, and we are going to be reviewing a Kenyan brand, and specifically this brand that you're going to review is also available both in the UAE as well as the UK. So we couldn't like technically say it's a Kenyan brand anymore. This is specifically an international brand. Stick around to see store for you today. So the product that we are reviewing today is this Canvas Cosmetics Eyeshadow Palette. It is a 35 shade eyeshadow palette, and first things first, let's talk about packaging. Now, they really put a lot of work into the packaging of this product, especially on the front side, as well as the specific palette itself, like literally the packaging of the palette itself. They really put a lot of work in here, and that is why I literally said this could be literally a dupe of the Morphe palettes, because have a look at how the shades look inside. Like literally, this is just gives me nostalgic memories of when Morphe used to make amazing eyeshadow palettes. And yes, let us put into test and see whether the pigmentation is going to be the same as the Morphe palette, or this is going to be much better or much worse. But I'm afraid I'm going to be a little bit biased because I have kind of used this palette before, but I've not really like had a good review of it, so we're going to do that today. Now, I'm not yet really sure of the look that I'm going to create, but I feel I'm going to go on something more colorful. But first, let's prime our lids. I'm going to be using this Canvas Cosmetics eyeshadow primer in dark brown to like literally prime my lids, because I want like this pigmentation to like really show up. So just a little bit of it onto my eyelids, and literally I'm going to blend this out. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm really hopeful that this palette is going to like literally just not fail me on this specific review that I'm doing. So yes, let's prime our eyelid. I really like having like dark brown eyeshadow primers, because they kind of give me a neutral base for my shades, especially when I'm looking to create like a very smoky eye looks. This literally falls into that specific category. So I'm looking to transition. So the first shade that I'm going to literally like grab this light brown shade here. I feel this would be so good when it comes to transitioning. So yes, I'm going to grab this brown shade here. I'm literally afraid to tell you that the palette has quite the fallout. Sadly, it has quite the fallout, but I feel most palettes really have fallout. So I guess we can be able to work with this. But yeah, when you're buying it, consider the fact that you're going to have fallout. Yes. So what I'm basically doing is I am laying down the brown shade on all over my lid, and I love how well it actually complements with the brown eyeshadow primer that I just used. So yes, I thought this would be a nice start to like lay out a good transition shade. Now this is the kind of pigmentation that you're working with at first. Now, I'm not really sure if this is because we did a brown eyeshadow primer before, and that is why the brown has really popped out, or it's the pigmentation itself of the palette. I'm not able to tell per se, but what we can be able to do right now is tap into some more pop of color and be able to tell if this is really amazing, or we could be having second thoughts about it. But so far I'm loving it. So far I am really loving this specific brown shade that I'm working with right now. So I have tapped into an orange shade, and I'm kind of playing with it over here on my brow bone. Now, to be honest, we could have done better this orange shade. I have experienced some quite more pigmented orange shades, and this is quite not it. But I feel this palette has a specific type of audience. I feel this palette is made for those people who just want a subtle yet pop of color kind of look, like not really the extreme babes who want to go all extra on their pop of color. But yeah, let's continue giving it a try. But so far, I feel we could have done better with the shade, with the pigmentation. Let me go ahead and cut my crease and see whether that is going to help much more better. I'm using a lighter eyeshadow primer this time around. On my crease, I think I'm going to go with this pink shade right here. It looks kind of sexy. I'm really curious to see how it will turn out like. The pink is pretty, but not the most pigmented pink I have interacted with before, because I am literally tapping in more and more for me to like achieve that bright pink that I want to go for. So that is what we have at the moment. It is by far not the smoothest, especially with the eyeshadow primer below it. Yeah, so by far I'm not really impressed with the pigmentation as well as the consistency of the shade. I have really experienced like brighter pinks and like very smooth formulas for eyeshadow when it comes to working it together with an eyeshadow primer. But let's see how well we can be able to make this work out. I'm sure we can make this work out, actually. Yes, now I'm just using a specific shade in the palette to kind of smoothen out this outer area here where I just finished off the crease. Yeah, and I am grabbing the same brown that we started with for my transition to kind of finish off the outer part of the eye. Yes, so these are my honest opinions so far. For this palette, if you want to create a look, you have to be patient with it. If you're not patient, now this is not going to be the palette for you. But yeah, let me finish off the rest of my makeup look. We see how best we can be able to make it work much more better. I feel maybe later on it's going to be like excite me a lot, but so far I feel like I've interacted with more pigmented eyeshadow palettes by far. Once I have had all my base layered down, I'm starting to have some mixed reactions about the palette. I'm starting to like it, yeah, on the pigmentation. But remember, on this channel we are not trying to sabotage any brand. We're just giving out our honest 2 cents and our honest opinions about everything. But I feel this palette has a bit of mixed reactions, but I'm still not yet done. I'm trying to like see how I can make this look much more better. So I'm going to try and see what shade I can do on my waterline. So let me go ahead and use this blue shade on my waterline. Blue and pink work so good together. So this is the look that we have been able to create using the Canvas Cosmetics Eyeshadow Palette. And yes, as I said, I'm having mixed reactions about this palette. Number one, because it looks so gorgeous on the packaging itself, looks very gorgeous, and as well as for you to be able to get that look that you're looking for, you'll have to like really be patient with creating the look. It doesn't need you to be in a rush or anything. But as far as I can be able to rate it, I can rate it at 6 out of 10, because I feel they could do much better on the fallout, number one, and number two, they could at least add more pigmentation as well as a good selection of color ranges, because I feel most of the shades are on the neutral side as compared to the more colorful shades. But that has been an amazing review of the Canvas Cosmetics Eyeshadow Palette. Let me know on the comment section what you think about it, and as from much as what you did on this video. Let me know, is this a palette that you would consider getting? And if you loved this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, as well as share to your friends, and keep on tuning to the most amazing episodes you'll ever get on this channel. And until next time, bye, take care of yourselves, my loves.
I be so sick of you niggas, y'all contradicting. I be so bold myself when you come and fuck me. I feel so ordinary, except when you around me. Treat me like water while you wear me out. Arguments, you air me out. Just about you.